Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims proudly presents the Omnibus Golf Tour. And today we're at TPC Scottsdale in the Phoenix, Arizona area for final round coverage of the Super Bowl of golf. Named as such because this is normally played on Super Bowl weekend in the PGA. So as soon as I can get OBS down, we'll show you what's been happening in this tournament. We're picking up action in the fourth round. Follow the leader coverage for you. Old Tom Morris shot a 60, and the players have had a blazing time with this course. As you will see as the scores progress, this is a par 71 course. Morris shot a 60 on the first round. Jose Maria Olazabal, young Tom Morris, so the Morris family well represented, and Mike Weir all double digits under par at the end of the first round. On the second round, we had Lawson Little take over with twin 62s. 62 in the first round, 62 in the second round. And at this point, he was two shots better than Gene Saracen at 126 at 16 under. Young Tom Morris was still in the hunt, 15 under. Leo Deagle also at 15. And then we had a three-way tie between Lee Trevino, Fred Couples, and Patrick Cantlay at 128. Then in the third round, Tiger Woods made a move, shooting a 64 to have a tie for the lead with Julius Boros. Patrick Cantlay at 19 under, Ben Hogan at 18 under, Willie Anderson also at 18, as was Fred Couples, Old Tom Morris, Lawson Little, and Roberto De Vincenzo. And three behind, going into the final round, was Lee Westwood, Hale Irwin, and there's that Jose Maria Olazabal again. So we will be with you as soon as there is action to show. Follow the leader coverage of this final round of the Super Bowl of golf. And if you're watching the Alt NFL, the other project I'm doing at the present time, we will have action for you tomorrow. If you are watching this on Thursday the 15th, on Friday, May the 16th, we will release our Week 6 game between Kansas City and Minnesota. Both teams fighting for position in the Midwest Division, and we will have that for you. It'll be released 7 o'clock on the East Coast, 4 o'clock on the West Coast. And if you're in any other time zone, I'm sure you could figure it out. So that's Alt NFL 1970 coming to you tomorrow right here on the Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims channel. And we go to the fourth hole. Hale Irwin teeing off. He is tied for the lead now at 20 under. We have a four-way tie at 20 under. Payne Stewart joining the party. And here's the birdie putt for Hale Irwin, who won the Vegas Winter Classic earlier this season. Oh, just missing the hole. And he's going to have a less than a 4-footer coming back for par. So Hale Irwin at 20 under. Payne Stewart now at 20 under. He shot a very good round today. Woods and Boros yet to tee off. As we start final round coverage of the Super Bowl of golf from TPC Scottsdale. So we should be picking up Hale Irwin here very shortly on the fifth hole, a par 4. Ben Hogan birdied on the third, so we won't be picking him up. We'll be going to Ben Hogan. He has started the day 3 under through 3 consecutive birdies. Lee Trevino moving up to 18 under after an eagle. Bill Glasson to 19 under. Julius Boros has teed off and has tied Ben Hogan. This is the par 4 hole that we just had. Oh, he's in the bunker. Deep in the sand. 12 yards shy, about 36 feet. And a little backspin to keep Hogan within 9 feet of the hole. Par putt will not go in. He parred this hole in the first 3 rounds. He's going to bogey here to go back to 20 under. Tiger Woods parring on 1. So Boros is your sole leader at the moment. No, Fred Couples has now just joined them at 21 under. He'll be on the 6th hole. If Boros pars, we'll pick him up. And right now we go to the 2nd hole and we follow Julius Boros. And he is safely on the 2nd fairway. The approach for Julius on the 2nd. And he'll have about 25 feet off the fairway. Looking for an up and down. He's going to putt. And that putt, very nice. 2-footer for par. He gets it. And Julius Boros pars the 2nd to stay tied. We now have Harry Vardon, who has moved up to 21 under. As has Lawson Little. But here's Fred Couples on the par 4 6th. He has parred this hole on each of the first 3 rounds. We're getting word Lawson Little had eagled on the 3rd hole to get to a tie for the lead. Torrey Pines, I think we had an 11-way tie at one point. Seeing a lot of good scores because you're seeing a lot of golfers in their primes. Here's the chip for Couples. It's just going to miss the hole. And it looks like he's going to have 4 fours on this hole. If I don't jinx him, and I didn't. So he stays in a tie for the lead. Next week, of course, we'll be bringing you the Pebble Beach Open. It's a ranked event, so it'll be a 3rd and 4th round that we will cover. Harry Vardon on the 4th, and that's got to hurry. It finds the drink. So now a 3rd shot for Vardon. And that is safely on the fairway. 166 yards out. Now this is his par shot. He'll have work to do here. Vardon is still some 71 feet out. The 5th shot is just going to miss. A very nice recovery from there. It's going to be a double bogey for Harry Vardon. He's going to fall back to 19 under, which takes him out of the lead equation. That's 6. On the last hole is going to give him a 65. So it's now just Boros, Little, and Couples tied for the lead. Never count out one Tiger Woods. This is the par 5 3rd. Boros birdied, and eagled in the 3rd round. He's got 258 yards on his 2nd. In the rough, so he's just going to matriculate the ball down the field. He'll have a 3rd shot from 167 yards out. He's got sand to shoot over, and that's going to right beyond the border of the fairway. He's 25 feet out now. This for birdie. Woods looking like he's going to birdie the 3rd hole. He was very close to the hole laying 3. Boros pars, and Woods indeed birdied the 3rd hole to go to 21 under, so we will be picking him up with Julius when we get to the 4th hole. So now a 4-way tie. Harry Vardon out. And Tiger Woods in. Lawson Little on the green in 1. He birdied this in the 2nd round, but he has parted in the other rounds. If he gets this in, he'll have a 1-shot lead. And That's going to be maybe a couple feet. 3.8. He'll get it. We have a four-way tie for the lead still. Jack Nicklaus finished his round and goes to 19 under. He shot a 64. We'll pick up a lot of points here. Woods and Nicklaus battling for the #1 world ranking. Couples safely on, going for birdie for a one-shot lead. He birdied this in the first round. Can he drain it? No. Fred Couples with a par will stay tied for the lead. It's a four-way tie. Should mention the weather. Cold front coming in, as would be the case in February in Phoenix. We have a wind out of the northwest at 15 miles per hour. Very fast greens. Cooler temperatures might bring the scores down just a touch, although so far that has not come to pass. With the scoring average 68-15 at the moment, and when you count everybody on the course is playing a little over 2 shots under par. That's Tiger. That was him on the 4th hole. Birdied this in the last round. Julius Boros will follow him, and he overshoots the green by a wide margin. He'll have a much more difficult putt here, 56 feet out. You can hear the winds at this course. And Boros, the hole, curving back, but it just didn't have enough. Less than half a foot for par. Boros is going to stay at 21 under. Now, Tiger. Can he make some magic happen? We just saw how the ball breaks back to the hole from that position. But it didn't break for Tiger. 2-footer for par. He stays tied. A four-way tie for the lead still. Now over to the 5th hole in Lawson Little. The gallery enjoying that drive, and Little has now moved to 106.5 yards off the pin. Here's his approach. No backspin here. Oh, no, backspin came in very, very nicely, and that's going to move Little, I would say, within about 20 feet. 21.1. He'll have this for birdie. Birdie would give him the lead. It looks good, because it is good, and Lawson Little drains the snake from 21 feet out to take a one-shot lead. Jim Barnes moving up. He is 6 under through 16. But right now it's Lawson Little leading 4. Couples, Boros, Woods, and now Ben Hogan has gotten back into it. One shot back. And Barnes has now hit an eagle on 17 to tie for the lead. So we'll be checking him out on 18. Little's drive on the 6th hole just gets past the bunker and is on the fairway, 101 yards to go. This is a tricky shot. The approach. He's got to hit it good, but he hits it short, and it's going to be in the bunker. He's got about 32 feet. There it is. Oh, that's on line, but it curves back here just a little bit. And Little, a 4-footer for par. And Little stays tied for the lead. Fred Couples has now joined the lead again with a birdie on the, looks like the 8th hole, yes. And we will go to Fred on the par 4 9th. This course has got 2 holes that really stand out, the 16th and the 17th. As we look at Couples' approach shot, the 16th is that party hole. Par 3 that everybody just gathers at and has a good time, and then you got the par 4 17th that you can drive off the tee with. This is the third shot for Couples. They'll have that for par. He birdied this in the first round. He's going to par it here, unless this is a miscalculation. It is not. Jim Barnes. Ben Hogan has now joined the party at minus 22. 17th hole. A drivable par 4. And Leo Deagle has just birdied that. So here's Barnes on the par 4 18th. That's going to be in the rough. Seen a few players already choke on the 18th. He's paired with Lee Trevino. It's a very nice shot. A birdie here could put Barnes in the clubhouse at minus 23 with the lead. He gets it. From 5 feet away, Barnes, your leader now at minus 23, and everybody else will have to catch up. So there'll probably be a little bit of a pause here until somebody gets to minus 23 that's on the fairway. I mean, on the course. Woods just bogeyed to drop back to 21. Nobody birdieing holes yet. More pars amongst the players at 22 under. David Shinzo has now moved up to minus 22. Little at minus 22. Couples now at minus 23, so we should be picking him up on the 14th. Woods has now birdied eagled number 10 to move to minus 24, so we'll be following him on the 11th. Oh, and that is not a good drive. It's wet. It's in the water. And Woods just has to chip out there. So he's still got 186 yards to go on his 4th shot. Very nice approach. He will do well just the bunker here. I mean, just the bogey here. Bogey and a tie. He gets it. So a nice recovery for Tiger. And we have a 4-way tie now at minus 23. Over to Lawson Little on the par 3 12th. He's on the green. .22.5 feet from a birdie, which he's not going to get. 1.5 for par. He will stay tied. If we have a playoff, Patrick Cantlay really dropping off. He is back at minus 12, having a disastrous day. He was very close in contention at the start of this 4th round. Ben Hogan teeing off on the 14th. He's minus 23, minus 5 for the day. 134 yards out. That's going in the bunker. Birdied this in the 3rd round. And the 3rd shot's going to overshoot the pin. A little bit of backspin. Gets him to within 9.5, 9.6 actually. To stay tied. Gets it. It's in the jar. And Hogan now. A 4-way tie still. With Jim Barnes in the clubhouse. If we have a playoff, we will play the 18th hole again, and then we go through the course again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and all the way through. kind of the catch-all OGT rules for a playoff, unless one of 5 events is being played: the Players' Championship, the Masters, the PGA, the US Open, or the British Open. Very nice approach there by Tiger. He'll have less than a foot for par, which he gets, and he's at 23 under. I'm laughing because my cat is distracting me. And if you're a long-time follower of my broadcast, Ella often does that. She's trying to get my attention. Okay, here's Lawson Little on the par 5 13th. Has at least birdied this hole in each of the first 3 rounds. Eagled it in the second. And Lawson Little 262 yards out for his approach. That's going to be on the green. A 6-way tie now at minus 23. So should we stay tied, we'll update you. Wind out of the northwest at 14. And eagle for Little. He is 2 ahead now of Tiger Woods, Ben Hogan, Fred Tuffles. Freddie Tate has moved up to minus 23. And Jim Barnes at minus 23. So Lawson Little with a 2-shot advantage with that eagle on the 13th. Woods still has to play that same hole, but he birdied. So he's only 1 back. Little on the 14th. That's going to be close to trees. In the rough, 134 yards out. Minus 7 on the day. That might get there. It's on the green. And Little will have a 9-footer, 8.5 actually, 8.6, which he misses. That was a makeable putt, I would think. And Little has to stay at minus 25. Now Ben Hogan has joined the chase. He is 1 behind. He is minus 6 through 15. Fred Couples has now tied, eagling on the 17th to go to minus 25. Here's Little on the 15th. We have yet to have a playoff. Talking about playoffs in OGT coverage for season 1. Yes, I'm planning to do a season in 2026. Lord willing, and if my creek doesn't rise. So Little now, about 53 feet out, he has birdied this hole in the first 3 rounds. It's going to have to hurry a little bit. And Little has 6 feet for birdie. This for the lead. Yes! So Lawson Little back up by 1 as he heads to the party, which is the 16th hole. And our cameras are going to pick up Fred Couples here, making that executive decision right in front of you. See how he does on the 18th. Ben Hogan now has moved to minus 25. And here is Couples. He needs a birdie to tie. First shot puts him 151 yards out in the rough. That looks good. It might go over a little bit. A little backspin here? No. 20-footer for birdie for the tie for Couples. Or he's going to have to hope Little stumbles down the stretch. And that goes to the left. Couples has parred this 18th on each of the 4 rounds, and he will stay 1 behind. So right now your race, Lawson Little up by 1 over Ben Hogan. Fred Couples is in the clubhouse. Tiger Woods is 2 back. And Woods just eagled for the tie on 15. And here is our first look at this party 16th hole. Plenty of bleachers for the fans to watch. Little for birdie from about 33 feet out. Birdied this in the first 2 rounds, but he's going to have to par it here. But he's got that 17th, that tiny par 4. So now it's Woods and Little tied. Let's show you now Tiger Woods on the 16th. In real life, he shot a famous hole-in-one on this course early in his career in the late 90s. Look that up on YouTube. He's got 22 feet for a birdie and the lead. Number 1 in the world. And he will par to stay tied with Lawson Little, who is now on the 17th. About to tee off. We'll stay out of the water here, Mr. Little. He'll have a chip for eagle. He birdied this in the second round. And here is that chip on the second shot. That might go in. It does not, but he has that for birdie. Less than a foot. Lawson Little's going to retake the lead and go to 27 under. And we'll pick up Tiger on that hole. It's a 2-horse race right now. Oh! Woods hit that way left. Is that OB? It is not. He is in the rough. He's 62 yards out. There's his approach. Very fast green. If it hooks left, he's got a very nice birdie try. He's going to be 11.5 feet out. This for birdie for the tie. He's got to get it. He gets it. And we have a tie again. Little will play the 18th first. Well, that's going to hook right a little bit. And he's on the fairway. He birdied this hole in the first round. Here's his approach. It's got to be good. I would say that was good. Little, 9.5 feet for birdie to take the lead again. He gets it. Lawson Little back up by 1, and that's going to force Tiger Woods to birdie 18 to force a playoff. And here he goes on the 18th. It's all down to Tiger. But even a second place finish here is going to boost him as the world's number 1. 152 yards out. He's going for it. All right, folks. Here is your tournament. Tiger Woods, 9 feet shy. If he makes it, we have a playoff. If he does not, Lawson Little is your winner. That looks good. It is good. We have a playoff. Woods with a 63. So we will play the 18th again, and then we will go through the course should we be I can't say the word. If we are needing that. That is necessitated, was what I was trying to say. So we're going to finish the round, and we're going to play the playoff. It is sudden death. Woods and Little are going to play the 18th again, and we will be watching. Here's the tee shot for Woods. And as I was saying earlier, we have other formats for 5 different tournaments. The Players, the Masters, the PGA, the US Open, and the British Open. And both men safely on. First playoff hole of sudden death. Little is short of the green. He is 28 feet out. Woods. He might also be short. He is. He'll be 33 feet out almost. He will go first. He's away. He has that for par. Little knows what he needs. If this holds, he wins. So Lawson Little, a 2.5 footer for par. Woods has to have this go in, and we go to number 1. Each man birdieing the first hole of sudden death. So back to the first hole, second hole of sudden death.
Welcome to TPC Scottsdale Stadium. Now on the first tee from the United States, world number 1 Tiger Woods.
Our official introducing both Woods and Little to the crowd that has gathered on the first hole.
Please welcome to the first tee from the United States, Lawson Little.
Woods is away. It's right on line. It'll be on the green. Maybe 15 feet. 12.4. Little's in the rough by just a little bit, and that seemed to have affected his shot. That might wind up in the rough, so it's advantage Woods here on the second playoff hole. He's going to be 49 feet away from the pin. Very nice chip here. That's going to get him close. It's all going to hinge on whether or not Woods can make his birdie putt. He's got almost 12.5 feet. If it goes in, he wins. Oh, my goodness, so close. Woods pars. Now Little has to par, and he does not. Tiger Woods is your winner. On the second playoff hole, the pressure, that hidden pressure, just too much for Lawson Little, and Tiger Woods wins the Super Bowl of golf. On the second playoff hole, when Little bogeyed the first hole, which was the second hole in order. A thrilling finish to the Super Bowl of golf. And you see the updated standings. Woods, the number 1 in the world. Ben Hogan has now passed Jack Nicklaus for number 2 in the world. Cup points. Now keep in mind, these golfers do all pick and shoot, are randomly chosen for the other tour events that are not A tier, like the Super Bowl of golf was, because you can't really have a Super Bowl if you don't get the best golfers. Next week they'll be in Pebble Beach for the Pebble Beach Open. Best 150 in the world will be playing. Kerry Middlecoff still leading after that San Diego win, but he's only ahead by 13 points. Tiger Woods is now the leading money winner in this season by $1,403 over Bobby Jones. So this was a very enjoyable event, and I hope you all enjoyed it. For now, this has been big. This will be Big Polly coming to you live, or coming to you live to file, saying Godspeed, God bless, and we will see you again either tomorrow night with Alt NFL Week 6, Kansas City at Minnesota, or next week on the OGT Tour, OGT, as we play the Pebble Beach Open next week. Bye bye for now, everybody.